everybody. Really excited about this bundle. This is our Forever Flower Stamp and Die bundle. It comes with a Forever Flower stamp set and the Forever Flower Infinity dies. If you are familiar with the products we came out in January, you'll know that we came out with the Endless Birthday Infinity dies. I'm going to show you a card that we made with that. This one was circular, and it is an infinity card that will turn forever if you want to. And you can see that with each turn, there's just a different facet to the card. Okay, so we wanted to see what other types of cards we could come up with and what other shapes we could do this die with. And we came up with this Forever Flower Infinity die. You can see that the die comes with a flower shape, and it's a half flower. And then there is two strategically placed score lines on the die, and those are perfectly placed so that when you are assembling your Forever Flower card, it makes sure that they fold in the right spot. So I'm actually going to pull a sample on early. Normally I like to reveal these at the end of the segment, but I'm going to show you how this stamp and die come together to create this cool card. So you can see here it breaks in the middle. I think it's quite clear. You're amazing. And then it folds back with a little heart die cut there. And then the last turn here, thanks for being you. And then it folds back out to the front where we had the hello dear die cut on there. So those score lines on that die are very important for when you're assembling the card. And I do want to show you how you go about cutting and assembling this card. And you can also reference our Endless Birthday Infinity die video segment because it is a very similar assembly. It's based on cutting out 4 of these panels here, okay? And you can see, it's kind of hard to see on the screen, especially when it's white, but I'm going to show you, like, I folded right there on that score line. But you're going to cut out, and I have one here in this coral cardstock, so you can see that a little bit better. But you'll cut out 4 of those panels, and I'm going to use 2 of them. Push these up a little. You'll see here that when you flip those around on each other, it creates the flower shape, and there's that cut right through the middle. And I'm just using these white panels. You can use whatever colors you would like, but I'm using this coral color and these white ones so that you can really see there's a nice contrast with the assembly. You can see that the petal shapes are coordinated. So this is actually like symmetrical 4 ways. Not that you really need to know that, but when they are layered on top of each other perpendicularly, it matches up symmetrically each time. So what you would do, and this one has been stamped, but what you would do, there is a tiny triangle portion where those score lines meet up. So you can see right in there is where you will adhere your panels together. So it creates there's a right angle right there, and then there's that organic petally shape. We just use some of our double-sided adhesive that comes on a roll. We sell that in our store. But you would do that there, and here, there's 4 times that you would do that. And once you take that backing off, you would just go like that, and then this is stuck down. And then you would take your second panel here, and then pull that back, put your adhesive there, and then you would peel that back, put adhesive here. Let me pull that up. Put your adhesive there in that corner, and go like that. And there are just those 4 places on the die that you would do that, and then once that's done, that's the only parts where you'd have to put adhesive down, and your your card base is done. And then essentially you would just go in using the stamps and the coordinating dies to really dress up your card. So you can see we have a bunch of sentiments in here, and they are intentionally split up. So Glad I and Know You are intentionally separate stamps because we have, or like, and I'll use this example as well, like You're Amazing, because you want those to be separate because you would use this little banner die here, and those break apart when you're flipping through the cards. So we wanted those to be separate intentionally, and they are very similar size. So Glad I and Know You, those are similar width because they work nicely on this banner shape. I Knew You Could Do It go together. You're Amazing, Thanks For and Being You, Happy and Birthday, and then I Think It's Quite Clear. And here we've actually stacked those two together, but they do fit on the banner. All of those sentiments fit on this banner die cut shape. So we intentionally designed those that way. And when you flip to the fourth layer, or the fourth turn of this card, Thanks For and Being You, you can see also fit on that banner. So we really thought through the different uses and the different ways that you can use the stamp set. There is the big, like you can see, the big half floral shape that fits on the panel, but then this dotty background, you can't really see the flower shape, but it is perfectly designed to stamp on the panel as well. So I would like to show you now some of the other uses that we've done with this stamp and die bundle. Here you can see we've done this in a really fun like punch of pink, but we've actually incorporated some of our other stamps and die sets into this one. This comes for our Thanks For Being You stamp set, and we've just cut out that. And thank you for being sweet. And we used our sketch stripes background instead of the polka dot background there. And these little floral elements also come for that Thanks For Being You. So you can see on that turn, it said, Thanks for being sweet, incredibly sweet, my friend. And you can just see how that, like, I don't know, I just think it's such a fun, different way to receive, like to give and receive a card. So that is a super fun little forever flower card there. This one, we've actually incorporated our Blooms Turnabout. You can see we've used the floral and foliage element there. And then this comes from our stitch, this label shape comes from our Stitch Blooms bundle. So when you flip that open, You're So Kind, and that kind is actually from our double cut alphabet dies. And then Thank You, and that comes from the Stitch Blooms dies as well. And then the back we've just left polka dot and flip it back to the beginning. How cool is that? Flowers and flowers. And then this last one here, we actually took our gingham background, and it's fun because it still reads as a flower because it has those very very apparent petal shapes, but it's kind of fun to mix it with, kind of make it a little more abstract with that gingham background. And then we have just the Happy Birthday, which comes from the stamp set. And then this is from our Celebrate You, or All About You dies. So we have Celebrate You, and we've incorporated the dots there. You deserve all the good stuff. And then I just think that's a really fun, impactful background, taking those same Happy Birthday stamps and then just creating this cool, Happy Birthday background that just bleeds off the sides of those dies. And then you fold it back around to the beginning. So you can see there's just a lot of fun, different takes on how to use these stamps and dies. And as always, where possible, we like to be able to have alternate uses for the stamps and dies if possible. And so we have created a card here that uses it uses the stamps and dies, but in a more traditional way with a regular traditional sized card. And we took that half, this is such a nice, big, bold floral element, and we just took half of that, and so it spills nicely onto the card. And then we took the hello and dear from the die set, and then we have this extra little dotty background, and we just kind of use that very subtly on the bottom of that card. I think that card's perfect. It's just, and you wouldn't even know that it came with these super innovative dies, but when possible, we like to be able to stretch our stamps and dies as far as we can. So we're really excited to see what you do with these. If you loved the Endless Birthday Infinity dies, and then we know you're going to love our Forever Flower bundle. And super excited to see what you guys come up with. So there you have it, the Forever Flower Stamp and Die bundle.